your tooth got knocked out. Now what? Here's a swift protocol of things you need to do in an effort to save the tooth and possibly even get it back inside that location where it came out. First things first, try to rinse it off with saline. You don't want to use regular water. pH makes a difference. You want to use saline water, which is basically water that has salt in it, to rinse it off. Hold it by the white portion of the tooth, not the root. So the crown is what we call that. Do not hold the root. So gently hold the crown, rinse it off, and then from there, you want to transport it in either milk, and if you trust yourself not to swallow it, you can hold it in your mouth. Again, pH makes a difference. Regular tap water, it's a goner at that point. You really have about 30 minutes from trauma to seeing a dentist to get that tooth back in there if you have a prayer of saving it. And if it's out of the mouth over an hour, the prognosis is pretty low, but we can give it a shot. When you come in, we'll get it clean, we'll place it back in the socket, we'll splint it so that it's sort of bonded to the adjacent teeth, so that it stays in place. And at that point, we'll be monitoring you a week later, a month later, 6 months later to see if it integrates back into the body. The hope is that your body will say, oh, I remember you, and it'll integrate back in. Worst case scenario, we have to do an implant at that location, but trust me, it will look great because you will have done what you're supposed to do. Come see us soon so that we can save things. So these recommendations are only for an individual who was knocked out a tooth accidentally, let's say from a bike accident or something like that. If you're an individual who has had periodontal disease over the years, meaning you've sustained bone loss and you've lost a tooth that way, there's a whole other protocol of ways that we can restore your smile. For primary baby teeth, do not put those teeth back in. Don't even attempt to. Even if it's years before that particular tooth is supposed to naturally come out for a child, just let it ride. It can actually damage the permanent tooth behind it. So just see a pediatric dentist and make plans to hold that space for its future tooth. The kid might need braces in the future, but do not put it back in.